Jumbo and Caribou. Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Lace. This is an update on Yatima Group Fund for May 2008. Tanzania is located in sub-Saharan East Africa on the Indian Ocean. The two cities that we are primarily working in are Dar es Salaam and Arusha. Population of Tanzania is about 40 million. 10% of the population is HIV positive. There's about 1.5 million children who have been orphaned, and ARVs have only become available recently. The first center is Yatima Group Trust Fund, located in Dar es Salaam. We have 140 children there now. This is a virtual tour as if you're driving in there from the airport or from some other place in the city, trying to give you a little feeling for what the sites would be. We can't have you hear the sounds, unfortunately. It's a very poor area. These prices that you see on the fuel are relatively low compared to what they are now. People travel there by public bus, transportation, they walk, bikes, you name it. A lot of people there. People get around, carry things on their heads. They have hand carts that they move things with. However you can get things moved. As you get further out from the center, you get into the smaller villages. You finally arrive in Chamazi, which is the village where the center is located. This is just a quick look at the village from the main road. Things to buy there, your housewares. There's lots of fresh fruits, vegetables, some live animals. This is all seasonal, of course. None of it's brought in. It's like a farmer's market, basically. You can see there's standing water. When there's standing water, you have to worry about malaria. This is charcoal that he's carrying on the back of his bike. Garbage tends to be left wherever. Sometimes you'll find burning piles of it. And these guys are unloading the charcoal now. More kids. People are very happy to have you come into their houses and share their lives with you once they get to know you. Again, the fruit is seasonal, as are all the other foods there. Looking into the open air farmers market. Then you finally arrive to the turnoff for the center. This is the sand road. Here's Yatima Group Trust Fund, the official sign. You come off. This is Kelvin. He's going to give you a little walking tour. As you go down the sandy road, you'll notice buildings in various stages of construction, different materials. These girls are bringing water back in 10-liter containers. These kids are walking back from school. In the distance, you can see the power lines. Buildings there could be brick, they could be mud hut with thatch roofs. And people build when they have money, and they don't build when they don't have money. The trees had to be cut down for the power lines, and so they use the wood to make charcoal with. That's a charcoal pit. As you keep going along the road a little bit further, you finally come around to the last part of the road. Again, here's another building. Very common to see this kind of thing going on where it looks like there's no activity. Getting closer to the center now, you can see more trees that have been cut down. This is a little family with their local produce stand. And you finally arrive at the center. That's our administration building, and the different buildings in the background. We've got 4 dormitories, 1 vocational building. This is our covered cooking area. And finally, you arrive, and the children all line up and greet you. This is Sharon and Ron Esperson from Salem. They were there in February. Everybody gets to say hi to you. Kids all look pretty healthy. They're all pretty happy. They're well fed. Every day the place has to be cleaned up. This is in the morning. Areas get swept out and things get piled up and taken off. There's no running water in the building, so water gets carried in buckets. You get to have a shower with the water in the bucket, and your toilet likewise is water that comes from a bucket. These are the boys' dormitory. They're happy. They've got bunk beds. The girls' dormitory, you can see them. There's a mosquito netting. This is looking up towards the covered cooking area. Again, looking down the main thoroughfare for the camp. And the kids exercise every day at 5:30 in the morning. They're up, work for an hour, and then they come back in. They shower and clean up and get ready for school. Breakfast is usually something simple like tea and some bread. This is after school. The kids are relaxing. There's the breakfast with bread and tea. Then they get to walk to school, which is about 5 to 6 miles away. Younger kids stay at the center, and caretakers help them. Here's the gals getting ready for food. Typically the beans, the rice, the cornmeal has to gone through, cleaned up. some sifting that goes on. Big pots that you get food cooked in, people lined up. Meat is when people are visiting typically. This is a banana stew. This is potato stew with some meat in it, and that's combined with rice and beans. So those particular meals are relatively healthy for the kids actually. Not a lot of fresh fruit or vegetables as you've seen so far. This is some goat meat that was donated by a Muslim community. The girls received it, a big deal. And again, another source of meat for the kids. On this particular day, the kids are doing a thank you dance and a song to Vodacom, which is a big mobile phone company located in Tanzania. And they're unloading food. Looks like a lot of food. Actually, this will only take care of the kids for about 2 weeks. A lot of free t-shirts were given out that day, so everybody's got nice clean white t-shirts to wear. Everything gets donated for these kids, by the way. All the clothing, all the food, everything. These kids got some special things donated from a donor in UK. The boys like to play soccer in the morning for an hour, then after school usually for an hour. This is the area that we own. It's not quite a full regulation field, but it's close to it. But the boys like to play and obviously have a lot of fun. Our uniforms that we bought finally made it there. Here they are. The backpacks and other things that we bought have just arrived. They have to pick them up yet at the docks. This is Sharon doing some exams on some of the kids. This is looking down towards the land that we bought. This is 27 acres of land that we were able to purchase. We're developing this as a farm. We're growing fruits and vegetables on there. We've also started a pig project. The man in the green shirt is Melchert. This is looking up towards the houses, towards the dormitories. This is to give you an idea of what it looks like. It's hilly land. This is looking down. As you get down lower, the land flattens out. There's a creek at the very bottom that we share with the village. And as you walk down this path, you typically will see people going down to the creek. These two girls are down there. They're doing their wash. They can also wash themselves down there. That's their mom.